Section 1. The Roar and the Silence. The stadium lights felt like the sun. They warmed his skin. The roar of the crowd was a physical force. It pushed against his chest, a wave of pure energy. He was a star. His name echoed from thousands of throats. A chant that defined his entire world. He lived for the green field, for the smell of the grass, for the feeling of his body moving with power and grace. The game was more than a job. It was his identity. It was who he was. From the moment he woke up to the last thought before sleep, every muscle, every heartbeat, dedicated to this single glorious purpose. He was at the peak of his life, a modern-day gladiator loved by all. Then came the accident. Not grand or dramatic, quick, almost silent, a single sickening crack, a moment of impact, a twist that was all wrong. In that one instant, his world shattered like glass. He lay on the field, staring at the impossibly bright lights. His body was broken. His career was over. The roar was replaced by a terrifying silence. His name felt like a hollow echo. The immediate aftermath was a blur of sterile white rooms. Hushed, pitying voices. Doctors spoke in clinical terms. The words, irreversible, long-term recovery. The career he'd built since boyhood was gone. The dream chased with relentless focus was gone. He'd been an athlete his entire life, defined by physical strength, defined by his team. No team to report to, no disciplined routine to anchor his day, no plan for tomorrow, no plan for the day after that. The future, once clear, now a vast, empty void. Nights were the hardest. Sleep gave no escape. He lay awake for hours, scrolling old game footage, watching a version of himself that felt like a stranger. He saw the power, the speed, the confidence. It felt like a cruel joke. Shame began to creep in. He felt he'd failed himself, failed his team, failed everyone who'd believed in him. He stopped answering calls. He couldn't bear their well-meaning words. He didn't want to talk. He wanted to be alone with the ghost of who he used to be. Section 2. The Long, Dark Hallway. The weeks bled into months, each day a gray copy of the one before. Some days he managed to leave. Most days, however, he did not. Medicine. Sessions. His mind became a dangerous place. Dark thoughts swirled like a storm, whispering that his best days were behind him, that his life had lost its meaning. He felt lost, adrift without the anchor of his identity. Who was he without the game? The question haunted him. He was just a broken body, a collection of faded memories and shattered dreams. The weight was crushing. At times, he wanted to give up, to let the darkness swallow him whole. One afternoon, he came across a small, simple note. If you cannot run on the field, run in life. The sentence was simple, but it cut through the fog. It hit him with the force of a physical blow. A tiny flicker of light ignited somewhere deep inside him. He would run in life. He started with the smallest possible steps because that was all he could manage. He promised to walk 10 minutes every day. He set his alarm and woke early, just to feel structure again. He wrote down one small, achievable thing each day. He began practicing speaking his story out loud, first to the empty room, then in front of a mirror. Finally, he told his whole story to his sister. She listened, and when he was done, she cried.
She told him he was the bravest person she knew.
Section 3. A single step, a new voice. His new journey began in a small community hall. 10 people. His hands trembled. His heart pounded like a starting whistle. He took a deep breath and began to speak. He told them about the accident and the dark months that followed, and the choice to keep moving forward, one small step at a time. The room was silent. People listened. Some cried. A few came up to hug him, eyes filled with understanding. He discovered power in raw, unfiltered truth. Vulnerability was a source of connection. He learned to truly listen and taught the simple habits helping him rebuild. How to get up after you fall, not with a giant leap, but with a small, deliberate movement. Small goals build momentum. He pointed to his scars, not tragedy, but proof of healing. Word spread, 10, 50, then 100. Schools invited him. Teams asked for resilience talks. A radio interview amplified his message. A video went viral. Messages poured in. Emails and comments from people he'd never met. They said he had helped them, changed their day and sometimes their lives. A new kind of pride began to grow. He still missed the field. He still had hard days, but he found new meaning. He used his greatest loss to help people find their own strength, no longer for the fleeting roar, but for lasting change. He was building something new from the broken pieces of his old life. Section 4. The open door. His life taught him this: when one door closes and it feels like the end, another door can open. Sometimes it's down a dark hallway. Keep walking, one small step at a time, trusting a light ahead.